Hello, how are you? This is Jilly Bling. Today's project is a love card, whether it be for, hey friend, thanks for what you do, or Valentine's or anniversary. So this one, Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, and I have to admit, this paper, the last video, I used this paper. I love this paper. This paper is free. And I don't love it just because it's free. Of course, that's nice. But I love it because it's beautiful. So this is in the pack, and then these flowers. And these flowers coordinate with the stamp set, and the stamp set is called Fragrant Flowers, but that's what I stamped this with. And then I also used the Love For You bundle, and that has these lovely dies in it. Look, there's 3 layers. Black, gold, and black again. So that's one of the cards. Look at this one. This is the one that I kept thinking about, this Mossy Meadow designer paper, and I thought that could be something masculine. Yeah, it's not masculine in the end, but I just love the look of it. Mossy Meadow combined with Evening Evergreen and Succulent, and then Freesia and probably Blackberry Bliss. I love this one. For you, friend. I have so many good friends that I tell them, I friend love you. And it's true. Then this one here, again with the Mossy Meadow, but this time crumb cake on the back. And whenever I have a class, there's always someone who cuts, because we have to cut this paper right here. There's always somebody that cuts it the other direction, and they're like, oh, scrap it, just forget it. But you don't have to do that, because this one is cut a different way. And it works just fine. It stands up. And look at that. And this whole project, which I did this morning, all of these pieces are partial flowers. So you know when you have the designer paper and there's that beautiful flower on the outside, but it's only half of it? You're like, what am I going to do with that? Look right here. All of these are partial flowers. That one and this one, you just stick them on. I'm not sure about this one going over the crease because you could see all this other stuff, but I couldn't put it right up against here because then it would hinder the fold. So, I don't know. I still like it. Okay, so there's this one. Oh, I didn't put bling on this one. I'll put bling on it. Okay, it's beautiful without bling. So, do you like the black background, which goes beautifully with the paper? Well, this does too. Or the crumb cake. Crumb cake, crumb cake. And this is a whole flower I cut out. Look at that. Okay, I'm kind of geeking out on the paper. I love this paper. Love for you. Any kind of love words and occasion. And I was thinking I'd put some of these flowers on there because there's dies to cut all those out. But I didn't. The paper, the designer paper, just cut it out. These are the dies for Love For You. Also going to use Fragrant Flower mostly for these flower stamps because they match the paper perfectly. In the previous video I did, I used it all. And the dies. Okay, let's go. Let's get started. So, I'm going to put all of these beauties right here. Oh, and some of them I did coloring. I think it was just the Freesia ones. I colored a little bit with the blends. And I think this Freesia one I also colored with the blends. Oh, and note to self, or note to you, try not to put this little leaf, because every time I bend it, I purposely lifted it up a little bit so there's some give in it, but probably not the best idea. If you can remember. Okay, let's go. Oh, this is where the layout originated. I received this at either on stage or backstage. And isn't that cute? So that's this whole idea. And I love the layout. Love it. I wish I knew who did this so I could give him credit. Okay, designer paper. Designer paper. Look at that. But that's this page. Look at those together. I know I already went through all this last video, but I'm loving it. Ooh, this would be a nice background. So this page right here, I love that. Whatever's going on there, to me it looks velvety. But this has all of these beautiful purple flowers on it. This one, go ahead, try to cut that out. Can't do it. So that's why we're using the back of it. But those are beautiful together. Look at this, perfect for cutting stuff out. Cute background. I mean, every page in here is just beautiful. That's perfect for cutting out. Calypso coral. Pretty, pretty. And the sparkly paper is, I'm using all three colors, which is perfect for this project. Gold, soft succulent, or fresh freesia. Okay, back to where we were. We looked at the paper, and this one, because I already have 2 freesias and 1 coral petal, let's do another coral petal. Look how pretty those are. So this one, I have it as a single, so maybe I'll try a double. Double. Isn't this just a box of beautiful? Do any of you still have these, any of these boxes left? Oh. This is the way we used to get our stamp sets in, I'm not going to save that little bit, when they were wood. And I have a few of them, and I use these boxes all the time. Flower. Okay, done with that. Oh, and then this part here I textured. So this, see that there? I like the painted textures. Okay, all these pieces. Let's just start with the bottom. Bottom and work our way up. Otherwise, I'm confusing myself. So this is the piece that folds in half. This is the inside. This is the one that's textured. We could do that in a minute. This is the card base, inside, and the top. Okay. Fold it in half. I should try to do another one with the it's not a word, the unstandard type fold. Okay, so now it's time to cut it. So let's see what we have. Fold. Those two are the same fold, going at this angle. Then there is this fold. Let's do one more of a fold going this way. So this is my cutting blade. So I'm going to cut it from here to the bottom. Right there. And I'm putting the crease right up in this track and this tip down here. Tip, crease, good, good. Okay, and I'm going to use this for cutting out some of the words. So hang on to that. But before I put the scorer and cutter away, I'm going to cut my designer paper. So to cut the designer paper, you'll use both sides, but I'm going to cut it from this tip to that tip. I'm just going to set it in here because I get confused easily. There, there. This tip, that tip. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, this could go away. Tony made me a sandwich and it's still sitting over there. I feel a little guilty. I haven't been eating it. He put like half an avocado on a sandwich. I'm like, that's a lot of avocado. He goes, but they're going. We have to eat them. It's like, yeah, I like avocados, but that's a rich sandwich. So I have to tell you, yesterday, we went out looking for new, ooh, isn't that pretty? Do you think it would be too busy if I had this on here? Oh, that is a little busy. But isn't that pretty? Oh, that's busy. I know someone's going to do it. Okay, so about 3 or 4 months ago, for some reason, I think Tony was out of town. I had time, and I was waiting for an appointment. So it's like our recliners are getting old. And I have something to say about that too. So I just went over to like the local area. They've got furniture store one after another. And I found some chairs and it's like, yeah, those are okay. And I'd like to say that we're like kind of specific on what we want, but it's more that I'm specific. Because I don't want a big, fluffy, pillowy, like grandma, grandpa chair. I just don't want that. And this last time we got chairs, which was like 8 years ago, went to Lazy Boy, paid way too much for them because I wanted some like really cool looking chairs for our house rather than let's just play it safe. So I got the really nice fabric in them and they said it's not going to hold up very good. It's like, but I want it. Anyhow, guess what? Didn't hold up very good. But when we got them, they said it has a lifetime warranty. So I'm like, well, I'm going to grow to be 100 years old, so lifetime, that's pretty good. Now, you know what their lifetime warranty is? 7 years. So if anything breaks mechanically, they'll pay for the parts, but you have to pay for the labor. I'm like, well, I don't know about that. But on ours, the cushion on Tony's was going further and further, and even right now I have to have my little Roomba go underneath this chair because there's foam stuff. It's time to get new ones. So I had stuff picked out months ago, but yesterday we went out and we looked, and you know I'm not going back to Lazy Boy, right? So everything that we looked at when you said it, oh, and another thing, like I said, I didn't want it big, pillowy, and puffy. I wanted it more like with the legs and kind of a little bit sleek. So the guy says, if you want a strong everyday chair, who doesn't sit in their chair every day? You need this kind. And it was like the grandma, grandpa kind. I'm like, but I like it with legs on it. Anyhow, everyone that we sat in over at this other place, when you sat in it and you kind of wiggled your behind, the whole thing would kind of shake. And Tony goes, oh, I'll get some brackets and I'll beef it up. And I'm like, you know, I'm just not feeling this. And that guy said, because I told him about my kind of dilemma with Lazy Boy and their lifetime warranty. And he said, all of the chairs, that's a traditional warranty. I'm like, really? I didn't know that. So guess where we went? We went back to Lazy Boy. And I walked in and I knew exactly what I wanted after dealing with this other guy. And I told him, I'm disappointed in you guys. I hope that they're better. This is what happened. And he says, well, the person that sold it to you, they should have told you about the warranty. And he says, and I apologize for them not telling you. Okay. He was a nice guy. And then I said, well, what about me having to vacuum underneath? Boy, I'm on a rant today, huh? What about me having to vacuum underneath his chair every day because of the foam? He goes, well, I used to work for Serta, and now I work for Lazy Boy, And they have an upgrade. Is that straight? They have, oh, I'll decorate it really good. I don't think I can move it. They have an upgrade to the foam, and you could pay like $130 extra to get this specialty foam. And he says that stuff will last your lifetime. And he looked at me joking about my complaining about thinking it's going to be 99 years. And I'm like, okay. Anyhow, we bought chairs, which was fun. Well, yesterday, painted texture. This is for this piece right here. Yesterday we looked at them, and I wanted them to be similar color, which is kind of a cream color, just because I don't like things dark. And our kitchen is black, which we love. And everyone told us, don't do that. You will not be happy with black cabinets. Guess what? We love them. So I brought home, wondering where they are, three swatches of leather. Oh, that's another thing. So I didn't want fabric, because I got that fancy fabric. It keeps smells in it, and I don't like that at all. I can't clean it. Okay, so leather. So we brought home 3 little swatches. Vanilla, kind of a putty color, and black. The sample was in black. And we were leaning toward the vanilla, maybe the putty, maybe that would hold up a little bit better. And as the guy opened up his book, it was pictured in the vanilla. You could see every seam and every stitch. I mean, you could see all the detailing that went in, but I didn't like that. So Tony says, I like the black. I said, I do too. Do we dare have black chairs? Guess what we ordered today? Everyone that we asked, they're like, oh, do the medium color, do the putty color. Okay, okay. Guess what we did today? We ordered black leather recliners. Think I'm crazy? We're excited about it. We walked out of there, drove out of there. Yep. And I was saying to Emma, you know, the two of us, we just decided that's what we wanted to do, and we just did it. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to be back to card making girl. Okay, so this one, it fits on here, but it's a little bit snug, but it works out just fine. And if ever you would do that, where you cut the paper snug, you flip it over, you could see the perimeter, but as long as you don't see, like see right there how you could see the cutting, as long as you don't see that, which I didn't, hold on, I'll make it work, but it will be just fine. Okay. No more talking, just getting busy. Okay, ready to cut all these pieces. So there's 3 layers of words. Black, sparkly, super fine black. And then on the inside, it's just the for you in black. So I'm going to cut these out. Okay. So here they are. 5 words. Here's the much. Much. So that's what we've been doing the past 2 days. Get up, get out of the shower, and off we go. We bought chairs. They're expensive too. I mean, that's a down payment on a car. Okay. So this one, these go about here, and ooh, the green is different. So this needs to be cut out. So when you're cutting this, when you look at the beautiful flowers on here, see this thickness of black right through there? When you're cutting, if possible, cut with that thickness of black along the outside edge. If it's not perfect, it's okay, because the black just kind of melts into nothing. But if you can, see how there's just about that same width of line? So here's one, okay, speedy fast. Then just a little bit more of cutting. It makes us look all professional. Okay. So let's start sticking these words together. So when you're sticking these words together, it's best to do the middle first, just because that will help dictate, because if you put this right here, it ends up being too close. So if you do the middle one, it makes it just a little bit easier. I have a bow dog right here who's saying, hey, were you eating something? He's probably looking for the sandwich that Tony made and I didn't. He could smell it. He could smell everything. Much. And the word so. Isn't it nice how all these are just cut out? And this one, I'm looking at the top, kind of the perimeter, and that is a little bit closer than I would think, but it works well. It makes it all one unit. You know those flowers I just cut? I don't know how I'm going to have room to get them on here. Because that can't go above the fold, otherwise it would crack. That's big. That might be too big. I might have to do a different one. That's pretty. Isn't that beautiful? What am I going to do? I might have to choose some smaller ones. Okay, so for these letters, because they're really dainty, I'm going to stick down half at first. Try to keep your glue thin on these, because it smears on that sparkly paper. Much. Okay, only half of it has glue on it. Whoops. Better. So I put too much glue. It's smeared over my sparkly. Okay, thin glue. So much love, love. The chairs take 3 to 5 months. They had them in stock if we didn't want that fancy foam. But that's okay. I could continue vacuuming or having room to vacuum underneath this chair every day. Okay, what am I going to do about the flower? This might have to be a double flower one. So much glue. Overdoing it. Maybe I'll just put it on the end. Maybe I'll just have it on the ends only. Well, that's cleaner. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, tiny glue. Okay, back to the flower dilemma. I need to find little flowers. That's kind of big, double. Aren't these pretty though? They're all big. Is all the same size? I know that there's some combo. Oh, there's a little one. Do I dare do just one little? That's the same one. Little flower it shall be. Little flower. Oh, maybe I could use that on the inside. Okay. So, let's cut with a little black border. I don't mind cutting a little bit. Just like I don't mind coloring a little bit, not lots. I did those caroling mice, which you could still get for 5 more days. No, today's the 2nd. For 2 more days. Because January 5th celebration begins. Yay! Okay, this one is a little. Maybe when you open it up, it's just going to be a stunning card. Okay, how's this going to work? So much love. How did I do this one? This one I have the flower at the bottom. Is one going to be enough? This is never ending. Another thing is, this is soft succulent, that's mossy meadow. I don't mind mixing the two, but I think I should have some of a different, the soft succulent type leaves in here. Mossy meadow. There's one with purple. Well, here's some. But those are all big. Or maybe I could just find a leaf. Like a leaf on the side. How about this? Like if this is just kind of sticking out. Oh, that'll do it. So little corner pieces, those are our friend. Now here I am cutting more. But this brings in the evergreen, or no, the, evening evergreen and soft succulent color. A little point. Okay. Somehow this is just going to work. Dimensionals. One more. Okay. 2 more. Lots of dimensionals. Pretty little flower. And Look at that. This is a multi-colored leafed flower. So all those little pieces are good. And a little bud. No. Okay. Bling makes everything good. Bling. Champagne rhinestones. I love champagne rhinestones. Oh, those are pretty. Okay, so then for the inside, got this thing. That can go. Oh, I haven't stuck this down yet. And I have the For You. Okay, I want to put the stamp on here. So, and I don't think I want to color it because that's a whole lot going on. On this one, I just did the big one in the background. I like that. That's good. Oh, look at this. That has some nice buds on it. I already have enough going on. So, Calypso Coral. The flowers are Calypso Coral or Petal Pink. I'm going to do it in the lighter Petal Pink. And that's what this big one. Just like that. And I know the bottom, not good. The bottom will be covered by that big flower that we cut out at first. That's better. Okay, I haven't put any words in here yet. For you. This one has washi tape on it. Okay. For you. Let's see how this is working out. So this goes on the inside, a little bit more on the inside. Okay. That's kind of nice with it sticking out. There, that's pretty, huh? Okay, that can go right there. So that just gets put down with glue everywhere. Because this can stick down, no dimensionals. I haven't done any inside greeting other than the For You. Let's see what there is. I'm not sure that there's room. So if this goes, who needs to write? For you. Did I do a happy anniversary? Oh, that one's happy anniversary. Nobody gets me like you do. That's it. So when you have a stamp, you might be inclined to put it on here, but sometimes you find that it's a little bit twisted. So if you can, just set it down. See how it just moves? Then put this on top. That way, you know you get it straight. Polymer, I like to take my nail file to it just a little bit, because I don't want the ink balling up on there. Okay. Ooh, right there. In black, so it shows up. But I can't mess up, because everything is stuck down. Let me test it. I think there's a little fuzzy. Okay. That's better. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Okay, this one you don't have to write anything. You just send it as is and put your name on it. Maybe a gift card. I'm doing just half of it for now. And I want the letter to go into the flower there, because I don't want it to conflict with the line art of the designer paper. Okay. Trying to keep the glue thin. Okay. There, I think that's it. This is an overdone card. That came out good. Okay. And I like how you could see the color of this to match the color of that, to match the green paper. Okay, that's it for today's project. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Have a great day. Thanks.